Welcome everyone. My name is Bevan and this is the premiere of Tried and True EDC. The content on this channel will focus around modern folding knives, but as the channel expands, so will the products that I review. I thought that for the very first episode, I would review one of my most coveted knives in my collection. This is the Reeves large Sebenza 31. It is a titanium frame lock. You just push that out, and that's how you close it. It utilizes a single thumb stud as the opening mechanism. It has S35VN, specifically it's CPM-S35VN. It's a metal created by Crucible Industries, and I would call this a very good all-around steel. It's classified as a super steel because when it first came out, it definitely was punching above its class. It's a stainless steel, so it has high corrosion resistance, and it's great all around in terms of edge retention as well as toughness. There's other factors that go into that though. So if you're interested, I'll post a link by Knife Nerds, and you can take a look at some of that information. This is made in the US. Actually, specifically, it's made in Idaho. You see that right there. This is an Insingo blade shape, and it's kind of like a modified sheep's foot. It has a hollow grind, which reduces the thickness behind the edge. My experience with that, it's a little slicier. It gets through your cutting medium easier. It has a convex edge, and that, for me, has better toughness. Let me show you a drawing of that. And don't hesitate to comment on how amazing these drawings look. But as you can see, the convex edge at the apex, it starts to curve down. Whereas traditionally, a lot of edges are the V-shape, where it's a sharper apex at the top and straight down on the sides. There's also a chisel grind, which I did not include, but that basically is just one side of the blade is sharpened. This has a titanium pocket clip, and I personally think this has the perfect retention. And there's good ramp on it, so it gets through most thicknesses of pants pretty easily. See if you guys see that. Let me show you what that looks like in the pocket. All right, there you go. So not too much of the knife is sticking out. This is not a deep carry clip. There's still room for you to put your hands in there, put other items in there. I personally don't do that. Not because I'm afraid of scratching up the handles, but I don't want to chip the edge. This is a titanium handle, and this particular one is glass blasted. So it's one of the services that Reeves offers. Let me show you some comparison shots. So Reeves, their models come with a lot of different variations. All right, so as you can see, the one on the bottom uses a CAD custom. They'll have different graphics. This particular one is an exclusive from one of their online retailers, and it's a Spartan helmet. This one is a natural canvas micarta inlay, and if you can tell the difference, this is the sandblasted handle. Majority of the models come like this. They started offering this glass blasting on their handles a couple years ago. And you can also tell the different blade shapes. Again, this is the Insingo blade shape. This one is the drop point. And they also offer a Tonto blade shape. Let's get to some measurements. All right. Yes, this is a mechanical scale because the batteries in my digital one ran out. Comes in about slightly over 4.5 ounces. So it's not light enough to where you won't feel it in your pocket, but it gives you that enough heft. So it gives you more control, in my opinion. But it's not heavy enough to where it will cause your pants to sag down halfway down your ass cheeks. Let's take a look at the length. Overall, we're looking at about 8 1/4. The blade in totality is a little over 3 1/2, and the cutting edge is a little over 3 1/4 inches. And we're looking at about 4.5 inch handle. What I really appreciate about the Chris Reeves knife, not just this model, but all their knives, is that they offer a lifetime warranty service where if you scratch up the handle, you dull up your blade and you don't want to sharpen it, you used it enough where you don't feel comfortable taking it apart, you can send it into them for the cost of shipping and the cost of return shipping, and they will give you what they call a spa treatment, tune it up, sharpen it up, they'll re-blast the handles for you. It's great. And they also include the tool, it's an Allen wrench, which is the same size for the hardware. They encourage you to take it apart. They give you a small package of fluorinated grease to re-lubricate the knife if it ever starts getting stiff with the action. Chris Reeves originally started in South Africa, and he came to the U.S. Early 1980s. He's no longer involved with the production of these knives. It's his wife and son, I believe, that have taken over. The availability of this product it's available. They also sell direct on their website. So if you went to their website and you picked out the exact variation you wanted, unfortunately, the wait is 4 to 6 years. The good news is that they have all of their, anyone who's an authorized online retailer for them, as well as brick and mortars, they get shipments in and they do have this available. So if you're not picky about the variation, either the handle, the blade shape, then there's no problem. Wanted to go back to the blade steel. So CPM-S35VN. This is a model over 2 years old. They've recently, within the last 1.5 years or so, changed over to MagnaCut, CPM MagnaCut. That is a steel that was developed by an individual who is really into steels and very highly knowledgeable about it. Again, I'll leave a link so you can read more about that. But the MagnaCut steel is even more corrosion resistant than S35VN and has higher toughness and edge retention. So overall, better steel than what they were putting out before. The ergonomics on this is really great. There's no hot spots from the clip in your hand. They provide you with jimping towards the thumb ramp right here, just to give you a little more purchase if you're having to cut through something that needs the extra control. It's not a fidgety knife though. There is debate about how you should treat your Chris Reeve knives. Some people flick open their knives with a thumb stud. If you tune it right, you could probably do it. This particular one, yeah, you can. But I personally like to just roll it open, gives you more control, and that's, for myself, this is how they intended the Sebenza to be opened. My personal story with this knife is that during Thanksgiving of last year, I broke down an entire turkey with this knife. And it wasn't because I was trying to challenge myself. It was because there wasn't a sharp knife at the household that was hosting the party. So I had this in my pocket, used it, sliced everything up perfectly easily, a lot better than it would have been with one of the dual kitchen knives. And when I got home, I just took it apart, rinsed it out, used the fluorinated grease that's included to re-lubricate the knife pivot, and it's just as smooth, if not better, than when I first received it. My final thoughts on this is a must-have as a user. Now, the price point on this one when I bought it was $480, but for this exact variant nowadays, but with the upgraded steel, it will run you about $550. Again, with their lifetime warranty service, their spa service that they provide and offer, it is one that you can pick up, use it as much as you want for as many tasks as a pocket knife is intended for, and not really have to worry. You could pass this down generation to generation. It's one of those knives that's a keeper. It took me a while to get to this price point for a pocket knife, but if you are one that's if you're considering one in this price point, I would highly recommend Chris Reeves knives, especially this model, the Sebenza 31. That concludes my review for this knife. I'm going to throw some other ones out there and let you comment to see which ones you would like to see a review for the next one. This one. All right, if you're interested in seeing another model of the Chris Reeves knives, this one would be it. This is a Les George and a Spyderco. Just let me know if you want to see a review on the top, the middle, or the bottom knife for the next episode. I really appreciate your time. If you enjoyed the review, feel free to subscribe. I'm planning to drop a review once a week. And if you have enjoyed it as well, hit the like button, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, I would love to hear your feedback in the comment section on what you would like to see that was not covered. All right, everyone, stay frosty.